So here I'll take two routers, R1 and R2. So we'll connect it to each other. And here we'll use AS number is 100 for this router, and IP address is we'll use here 11.1.1.1 for this router, and here we'll use AS number is 200, and IP address of this router
Lim,
is
your screen got freeze, I think.
now it is visible.
You just move the cursor.
Here I'll write, I'm writing something 12.1.1.2, sorry, 11.1.1.2, the IP address.
Yeah, no, it's clear.
Okay. The IP address of this interface, actually this one is the IP address of this interface is 11.1.1, and the IP address of this interface is 12.1.1.2, and AS number is 200. So enable, just I'm configuring the IP address config T and interface fast Ethernet 11.1.1.1 and 255.255.255.0. Sorry, interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0, and IP address is here 11.1.1.1 and 255.255.255.0 is subnet mask and no shutdown I use, and same thing I'll configure here. Enable config T interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0, and IP address is here 11.1.1.2 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown I use here, and exit from here. So basic reachability edit, you can verify ping 11.1.1.1 and will be pingable. Yes, it is pingable. Now configuration of BGP routing protocol. So for that, just use router, then use question mark. You can enable this many dynamic routing protocols. Those are the eBGP, OSPF ring. Apart from that, we have a BGP that is statically we have to enable the neighborship. So here I use before that.
Yes, Salim.
Yes, sir.
Your voice is breaking at that time. It's not clear. అండ్ స్క్రీన్ కూడా మీరు టైప్ చేసిన చాలా టైం తర్వాత రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది.
So actually some internet issue is going on here. So sorry for that. Now it is perfect.
Yeah.
So up to what you listen last. So nothing we configured.
Interfaces.
Yeah, just we configure interfaces only. We enable
Yes.
the with IP addresses. Just we configure interfaces. Nothing I did. So I'll exit from here. So now configuration of RIP. Sorry.
Alim, your screen is not visible.
Okay, wait. Now it is visible.
Yes,
Salim.
Salim.
So I'm configuring here BGP. So router BGP and basically I have to use my AS number. So router BGP and what is my AS number? AS number is 100 for
100.
this. Yes, router 10 is 100. We will change host name. Host name is R1. So router BGP 100 and statically we have to enable neighborship. Statically we have to configure neighborship. So for that neighbor, what is my neighbor? 11.1.1.2 11.1.1.2 my neighbor is, and what is the AS number of my neighbor? Remote AS. So my remote AS is in between this much. As we discussed, AS number 65,035. 535, 65,535. We have a AS number up to this many AS number we can create. So 200 is my neighbor AS. So that is what, that much only. Show IP BGP neighbor. We can check the neighbor. This is my neighbor is external. We haven't enabled anything even though. So show IP BGP summary. Here also we have to configure 200 and what is my neighbor? Neighbor is 11.1.1.1 and my remote AS is 200. The neighbor remote AS is 200. So neighborship will form. See, you can check here adjacency. Once you got, this is the notification message. The neighborship is came up in between. So how will verify? Show IP BGP summary. With this command will verify the neighborship is established or not. We can verify with this command. So apart from that, show IP BGP neighbor. With this command, we'll check what is my neighbor IP address. So actually, where I am in this router 1. So you can check here. This is the IP BGP neighbor. I'll use the command. So here my neighbor is 11.1.1. This is my neighbor directly connected interface, and my remote AS is 100. The remote AS is 100, and this external link, actually the link, the BGP type is external between two different AS numbers we are using here. So that is the reason. So BGP version is 4 and remote router ID is, the router ID will be like same OSPF, what, how it will be elected router ID, same here also concept, same thing only, that how it will be elected. Only one interface we connected, that is the we have, that is the reason it is showing 11.1.1.1. So these are the messages. Notification message, before that open message, only one is, the only one prefix is advertised in between, that is the reason open message it's showing one. And notification message, neighborship is still not went down, that is the reason no notification message. And update, we haven't advertised with any network command, so that is the reason not showing any update messages. Keep alive messages means every 60 seconds it will be sent keep alive messages. So every 60 seconds it will be sent the keep alive messages. If you are check again, show BGP neighbor. So here you can check keep alive messages is changed. After 60 seconds, it will be changed again. Earlier, just we configure the neighborship, then we check. So that is the reason. Now we configured 3 minutes. I think 3 minutes over. That is the reason. 3 messages showing here. 3 keep alive messages. So these are the message types: open message, notification message, update message, keep alive message, and route refresh message. If we advertise some prefix here, configure, will create one loopback interface loopback 1, and will give the IP address for that loop back. IP address is 1.1.1.1 and 255.255.255.0. So you can check here, some issue is going on there. That is the reason notification message is established. Sent to one neighbor, that is my neighbor. This is the notification message. Now you can check here, one notification message will be happen. Earlier, no notification messages, but you can check now, notification message will be happen. Again, we'll check something. Can check here, notification message. So any error of BGPs, any error will be generated, any errors, either neighborship or anything, the notification message will be originated. So we'll advertise this prefix 11.1.1.1. This is my loopback interface. So I'll advertise that. Before that, we'll check the routing table of BGP. Show IP BGP. This is a BGP routing table. So no prefixes available. So nothing will be available. We can check again. Show BGP. So no prefixes are available. So what does that mean? We haven't update anything. We haven't sent any prefixes. We haven't update means we haven't advertised any prefixes. So that is the reason I have created one loopback interface. I'll advertise this loopback interface in BGP. How will advertise? We'll check now. So BGP, which BGP? Router BGP, which AS number 100, and how will advertise the prefixes in BGP with network command. Same here also, network command 1.1.1.1 and give the question mark. Here it is asking mask, then give the mask and wildcard. Here we will not use the wildcard mask, exactly network mask only we will use 255.255.255.0 exact, whichever you have advertised that will be available. If you are advertising, you can assume like this is the class API address. So simply I'll advertise likewise 0.0.0.0. This won't take because show IP BGP, it will be not came. So whichever you are advertising prefixes, that will be available in routing table. Show IP route. Then only how the route in routing table, which kind of how it will be available, that type only you have to advertise that prefix. Then only it will be advertised in BGP. Otherwise, so here you can check /28 value is there. So /28 value is because of here by default auto summary is enabled. So that is the reason we cannot see this prefix. So for that we have to advertise same likewise how the routing table that prefix is available. Same likewise we have to advertise in BGP also. Then only it will be accepted. Then only it will be advertised in BGP routing table. Router BGP 100. So network command. So earlier what we advertised, we'll remove that first mask and 255.0.0.0 will remove this one. So with no command not required. So again we are advertising network 1.1.1.1 and mask value is 255.255.255.0. This is a /28 value class C. So same likewise, if you are advertising these prefixes, now move to the neighbor. Now check here. Same router BGP. So likewise, then only we'll get the prefix. In BGP routing table, we'll get that prefix. Earlier, we haven't get that prefix. Now you can check that prefix we are getting in routing BGP routing table. And it is star means here you can check it is a valid 1 and greater than means it is a best one. It's a best prefix, valid and best prefix. Then only it will advertise to neighbor again. If this neighbor is connected any neighbor, then it will be advertised. Otherwise, if star greater than is not there, it won't advertise. And next hop IP address is 11.1.1.1. Yes, my neighbor IP address is 11.1.1.1. And here you can check metric, nothing is showing, and local preference, wait, and this is the path. This is a BGP routing table and show IP BGP summary. Here you can check the BGP, and this is my neighbor of my neighbor IP address is 11.1.1. And here we are using the version is 4, BGP version is 4, and AS number of my neighbor is 100, and message received 12, and messages sent 12, and table version, and these are the limit. And here we cannot see the any states. If ideal, active, if it is active state, the neighborship is not alive. My neighbor is not there. And this many prefixes we advertise like this. And show IP BGP neighbor. How we'll check the neighbor table? Likewise, we have to check the neighbor table. And we'll advertise some prefix here also. And config terminal. We'll create one loop back here. Before that, we'll change some host name is R2 and interface loop back 2, and IP address is here 2.2.2.2, and mask is 255.255.255.0, and exit from here. And how we'll advertise the prefix in BGP router BGP. This AS number is this router AS number is 200, and with network command will advertise 2.2.2.2 and mask after then 255.255.255.0. that much only. You can verify from here also. Show IP BGP. So we are getting one prefix. So locally originated, that is we are getting. Wait for this. So now we are, so this is a packet tracer. Actually, sometimes it will be happen. So if you are configuring EVNG, some other labs, so you cannot see this kind of errors. So whatever. So this is the, we are getting the prefix from our neighbor 2.2.2 at router 2. In that we have a prefix like next hop IP address is 11.1.1.2, and the AS number is for that AS number is 200. This is the origin code, that is iGP means it is coming from some BGP protocol. iGP means here it is like BGP. This is how we have to advertise the prefixes. Here you can check earlier we haven't local originated prefix, so IP BGP. So here we are getting locally originated means that is will get 0.0.0. Now you can verify some routing table also show IP route. In routing table also will get likewise B. B it means BGP. It's a global routing tables. B it means BGP, and 1.1.1.1 we are getting here from neighbor router. The prefix is 1.1.1 and via 11.1.1.1. This is the physical IP interface. So this is the how. Can verify it. This is all about the BGP configuration. Do you have any questions?